For generations, the story of Africa was told by others. A story of poverty, aid, and dependence. But now, a new chapter is being written. And this time, Africa holds the pen. In the highlands of Ethiopia, where the Blue Nile begins its mighty journey, something extraordinary is happening. A nation once seen as struggling to power its own homes is now powering the digital future of the world. This is how Ethiopia stunned the world, turning hydropower into Bitcoin fortune. It begins here, at the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, the largest hydropower project in Africa. A symbol of national pride. A project that cost billions, endured global controversy, and stood firm against pressure from foreign powers. For Ethiopia, the dam wasn't just about electricity. It was about sovereignty. A declaration that the nation could harness its own natural forces to shape its destiny. But what the world didn't expect was what Ethiopia would do next. Instead of selling its power to neighbors, or just lighting up its cities, Ethiopia made a radical decision. To turn its surplus hydroelectricity into digital gold, Bitcoin. Across the world, Bitcoin mining consumes staggering amounts of electricity. Mostly from fossil fuels. But Ethiopia saw opportunity where others saw waste. They realized that their green, renewable hydropower could be the perfect energy source for mining Bitcoin sustainably. So, as the water flows, computers hum, converting the movement of rivers into streams of money. The result? Foreign tech firms began flooding into Ethiopia, signing deals with state energy companies to set up data centers and mining farms. From China to the Middle East, investors came, not for oil, not for land, but for power. Clean, African power. And Ethiopia became one of the most unexpected frontiers in the global crypto revolution. At first, many doubted the move. Why would a developing nation divert electricity to digital coins instead of powering homes? But for Ethiopia's leaders, the logic was simple. Why sell a megawatt for pennies, when you can mine Bitcoin worth thousands? The government needed hard currency, dollars and euros, to pay for imports and stabilize the economy. Traditional exports like coffee, gold, and livestock couldn't meet the demand. So they turned to a new resource, energy itself. Electricity became Ethiopia's latest export. Not through wires, but through blockchains. But progress always comes with a price. Just hours outside Addis Ababa, in the dusty fields of Amhara and Oromia, families still live without power. Children do homework by the dim flame of a kerosene lamp. Mothers cook in darkness, their homes untouched by the light that hums just miles away in Bitcoin farms. And the people ask, why does the world's newest Bitcoin hub still have villages in the dark? The government's answer? Because we need to earn money before we can expand electricity to everyone. It's a hard truth, one that sits at the center of Ethiopia's energy revolution. Sacrifice today's comfort for tomorrow's prosperity. Hydropower is powerful, but fragile. When rains are weak, dams produce less energy. In drought seasons, tough choices must be made. Do you power factories that employ thousands? Homes that need light? Or mining farms that bring in foreign income? Every watt becomes a decision, a balancing act between national progress and people's patience. Yet through it all, the government insists the plan is working. A portion of mining profits are being reinvested in rural electrification, infrastructure, and internet expansion. And slowly, villages once forgotten are beginning to light up, powered, ironically, by Bitcoin. In Addis Ababa, the reaction is mixed. Small business owners say power prices are creeping up. Barbershops, salons, and internet cafes report sudden outages. But at the same time, many Ethiopians say they are proud. Proud that their country, once labeled poor, is now outsmarting global superpowers in technology. To them, Ethiopia's Bitcoin story isn't just about mining. It's about breaking free, about showing the world that Africa can innovate, lead, and win. Across the globe, economists are watching in disbelief. Some call Ethiopia's plan brilliant. Others call it reckless. The IMF worries it could backfire if Bitcoin prices crash. Environmentalists warn about the long-term strain on water systems. But technologists say Ethiopia might have found the future, a way for poor nations to leapfrog traditional industries entirely. For centuries, Africa supplied the world with raw materials, gold, diamonds, and oil. Now, Ethiopia is exporting energy intelligence. It's no longer just selling what it digs from the ground. It's selling what flows through its rivers. This story isn't just about Ethiopia. It's about Africa's awakening. From Kenya's digital payment systems to Nigeria's blockchain startups, a quiet revolution is taking place across the continent. Ethiopia is simply leading the charge, proving that the future of money might be written not in Silicon Valley, but in the valleys of the Nile. Still, one question remains. Who benefits from this new digital wealth? Will it build schools, hospitals, and roads? Or will it fill the wallets of a few powerful elites? Because the real test of Ethiopia's Bitcoin experiment isn't how much money it makes, but how many lives does it change? Ethiopia's rivers have flowed for millions of years. But now, they carry something new: potential, power, and purpose. This is more than an energy project. It's a message to the world. Africa can rise on its own terms. Whether Ethiopia's gamble pays off or collapses in digital dust, it has already done one thing no one expected. It made the world look at Africa differently. In the end, Ethiopia's story isn't about Bitcoin. It's about belief. Belief that progress isn't given, it's earned. And the belief that the light that shines from the Nile can one day illuminate the entire continent. So the question remains: should Africa use its power to mine cryptocurrency, or to empower its people first? The answer will define the next century. If you believe Africa deserves to write its own story, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell icon to never miss another video. Because here, we explore the untold truth of Black culture, history, civilization, and identity. Until next time, stay curious, stay proud, and stay tuned.